A new store has opened up in the border city for brides looking into wedding venue ideas. People can even check out unique home decorations and eco-based items. Applause Decor store is now open, located at 5908B 50th Avenue, right in downtown Lloydminster. The grand opening earlier today, support from residents has been strong.
Yeah, we figured Lloydminster needed more options for event decorating. And so we wanted to create a space that made our brides feel welcome and where they can come and sit down, have a coffee, and we can discuss their decorating, as well as opening up a home decor store that offers eco-friendly and fair trade items for people to have in their homes.
Next on their agenda is offering more in the showroom for brides to look through. The owners are also passionate on offering eco-friendly items for customers to bring home.
I have one corner of the store is dedicated entirely to the eco station. I also have a kids corner where it's items that are getting kids excited about going outside and exploring nature and learning about the world that's around them, and then they learn to love it.
The store will be open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. each day. And now it's time for us to take a look back into the archives in this week's edition of Retrospect. We start the first retrospect of the new year in 1994 as Esso pulls out of a Cold Lake area mega project.
The plunging price of heavy oil is taking a toll on operations here in the Midwest, but it's not as bad as it seems. Officials with Esso have decided not to expand their mega project in the Cold Lake area, but they stress operations are still very good.
We're as busy as we've ever been.
Operations manager Dave Boone says the decision to not go ahead with the 2 new phases of the project was disappointing, but that everyone is used to disappointments in the volatile oil industry.
The employees in this organization, we've been through this enough times that we know that it's critical if you want to be around for the long term to respond to near-term price volatility. And when price is low, we need to be responsive.
Boone says no jobs were affected by the deferral of the 2 phases, and no money was spent. He says what the dipping prices and halted project have done is caused them to take a look at the way operations are being carried out.
We've gone back and we're taking another look at our capital spending plans to see whether they still make sense in light of the low crude prices. And the other thing that we need to do is we need to test the economics of our plans against the possibility that these low prices might continue for some time.
And as for the future of the Cold Lake Esso project, officials say it's far from over.
Cold Lake's going to be here for a long, long time. Our operation is a real sound operation.
And now, in 1998, Paradise Hill is facing a doctor shortage.
After only 18 years of operation, the Paradise Hill Hospital is in serious danger. The community's only physician is returning to her homeland of South Africa. Her license to operate in Saskatchewan is up and she must go back for more training. Officials from the Twin Rivers Health District and a local recruiting team are now hard at work to fill that gap.
We can't run a hospital without a doctor, or with a doctor willing to take call here in at least 30 to 45 minutes.
But attracting physicians to rural Saskatchewan is not easy.
Lifestyle is a major factor in where they practice, and certainly monetary values are there and monetary returns are there, but lifestyle is a major factor, and a doctor on call 24 hours a day, 365 days a year is not what a lot of doctors are looking for anymore.
During recent negotiations between Saskatchewan Health and the province's Medical Association, it was decided that doctors will now receive money to be on call after hours. While Young feels that will help recruiting, the plan is not without flaws.
They categorize the communities, and so that we're not all equal. They get paid a different rate for a Category A community than a Category B community, and Twin Rivers has all Category B communities.
If a new physician is not found, the Paradise Hill Hospital may be reduced to a health center. The doctor problem is complicated further with the announcement that the lone physician in nearby St. Walburg wants to retire in the very near future. Local residents say the hospital provides essential services in Paradise Hill and they want the doors to remain open.
If I have to go to the hospital, I'd either have to go to Lloyd or St. Walburg, or maybe even to Battleford, or maybe Saskatoon. So there, that's as bad as it was way back when we first come to Canada in 1912.
Most people are hoping that it stays open, that's for sure. That we can find another doctor by the end of February.
If they close the hospital, no. What are we going to do?
Until we have community-driven health care that will meet all the requirements of everyone out there, I don't think it's time to be shutting down facilities.
Recruiting officials say they are currently talking with 3 or 4 doctors about the position and are optimistic they will be successful. They hope that a rotating on-call schedule can be arranged between the newcomer and physicians in other nearby communities to make the area more attractive to practice in.
And that's it for our look back at this week in retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consulate.
All right, now it's time for us to check in with the wonderful Shelby Clark, who has a first look at weather.
Thank you so much to the handsome Mr. Jace Mackey for that compliment. Love to start off my week with that. Taking a first look at your weather forecast for here in the border city, we are just at -10, and with that wind chill, it doesn't even feel anything, anything different right now. We are just feeling around that -10 mark. Looking at a mixture of some sun and clouds throughout the day, so we saw a little bit more sun peeking behind those clouds, but with that wind chill, it's very calm for today. I think this is a beautiful way to start off our Monday into the week, so hopefully everybody is enjoying it. Another thing also, we kind of, got school day back for all the kids out there, so we're going to take a look at what we will be expecting for tomorrow. The morning is going to be slightly cloudy, starting off slightly cold with around -12 degrees. They will start to warm up around their recess and lunch with around -11 to -10, and then they will even be hitting those single digits around -8 for their day out. So that'll be a nice day for the kids tomorrow. They are kind of adjusting back to reality. Must suck, but join in with the rest of us. Looking at temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, most spots are seeing those single digits starting off the week as well. So very warm, between around -6 to -8 degrees. Edmonton is looking the warmest with -2, so Edmonton's definitely looking at the warmest conditions for today. We start to see some double digits with -10 for Bonnyville and Marwayne, and then looking at -12 for Cold Lake and over in Lac La Biche. So some different type of temperatures we are seeing on our Alberta side, but for the most part, quite warm, I would say, as we start off the week. Switching over to our Saskatchewan side, most spots are seeing those double digits, so slightly cooler compared to our Alberta side. Down in Macklin, they are looking slightly warmer with -8. We start to go up higher up, and most spots are seeing around -11 to -12 degrees. Up in Isle La Crosse, just at -10. And of course, over in North Battleford, looking slightly cooler compared to the rest with -13. If in North Battleford overnight, they will be going down to low of -13, keeping that low around the same temperature as what they are seeing right now, with that chance of some flurries, around 22% chance, but they will, for the most part, be seeing a pretty calm night tonight. Then tomorrow, they will be looking at that single digit with -9 for their daytime highs, so warming up slightly, although they won't be seeing too much sunshine peeking behind those clouds, so it might be pretty gloomy. Looking at Cold Lake, they'll be going out to low of -12 for their evening low, so they will be not cooling down by too much either from what they are sitting at, and then they will be seeing more of some cloudier skies, so won't be expecting too much throughout the evening, but into tomorrow, they will be seeing at -10 for their daytime highs, so seeing that those double digits once again, but it still will just be -10, so pretty warm day, I would say, compared to today for Cold Lake, and they will be seeing a mixture of some sun and cloud, but probably won't be seeing too much sun peeking behind those clouds. For us here in the border city, we'll be going out to low -12 for our evening low tonight, so won't be cooling down by too much for tonight. We'll be seeing a pretty beautiful night, I would say. Then tomorrow, -8, so warming up to that single digit, although be prepared, we will be looking at some flurries in the afternoon. So unfortunately, bust out those shovels once again. It's coming back. Now, ending off with some weather photo submissions. Thank you to everyone that have submitted so far. We got already so many great submissions. You can continue to do so throughout the week. I will use them Absolutely gorgeous shot here, Greg. Absolutely love to see it. This one is from Melissa. Nice shot of those trees, really pretty. Some more trees. I love these winter trees. I just love them. They're so pretty. All the frost on them. This one is from Kim, and this last one here from Heather. That was a pretty cool shot. That was like a moonlight shot, so I respect it. I respect it. That's all I have for now. We'll have more coming up after the break.
As we shift into sports, the Lloydminster Bobcats were buzzing on Saturday, scoring 7 goals en route to a 7-4 victory over the Canmore Eagles. But as Adil Ahmed explains, the Bobcats buzzed in another way by shaving their heads, all for a cause that's bigger than hockey.
It was a night that saw the Lloydminster Bobcats snap their 5-game losing skid on Saturday in a 7-4 win against the Canmore Eagles. However, that wasn't the highlight from Saturday's game. Forward Javen Leslie made an initiative to the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation last October. The goal? Raise $25,000 towards youth mental health, and the team will shave their heads.
You really can't explain how important it is. Like, one's mental health, no one sees what's going on behind closed doors. And, if we can tackle it for the younger generation, tackle it sooner than, some of the older people in the older generation, they didn't get the help they needed when they were young. So I just want to give people help.
With the help of the community, the Bobcats not only reached their goal, they crushed it, raising over $35,000, $10,000 more than the initial goal.
This is unbelievable. They just keep coming through. This community keeps coming through for all of us, and we couldn't be more thankful for everyone that supported us throughout this and everyone who's going to continue to support us throughout it all.
Out of all the players on this team, who's the one guy that you can tell me right now that's not looking forward to getting his lettuce cut?
There's a few guys. They're all happy to do it now. They know what it's going towards. They know the cause they're doing it for, so they're all happy to do it. But I'd say Matthew Swanson, I'm excited to see his hair get cut off, that long blonde hair.
Well, I thought it would be a lot worse. It didn't turn. At least I didn't think it turned out too bad. It just shows their support for the Bobcats. It's great to see everyone come together for this great cause.
You can check out the Bobcats rock their fresh cuts in their next home game against the Drain Valley Thunder on Friday. Adil Ahmed, Primetime, Local Sports.
And now as we head to break, let's take a look at our Pet of the Day viewer photo submissions.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
I'm happy to be joined here today with Jacqueline Weed with Big Brothers Big Sisters here in Lloydminster. And today we're going to be talking about, the biggest part of Big Brothers and Big Sisters is the mentorship program. We're going to talk a little bit about how youth can get involved here in the border city and what it all involves. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for asking us.
Of course. Now, tell me a little bit about the mentorship program within Big Brothers Big Sisters and the impact that it has.
So we actually have two sort of streams where you can mentor. So we have our what used to be called our traditional match program. It's now community based, and that's our Big Brother Big Sister program. And so that we match screened and trained adult volunteers with children ages 6 to 18, and they meet evenings, weekends, whatever works for them, on their own timeline and do activities that they all enjoy. So basically get to decide when they're going to have fun together.
Of course.
Then we have our in-school mentor program where the screened and trained volunteers are matched with children at our partner schools, and they meet for an hour a week at the school, again doing activities that interest both of them and having fun at the school, but they don't meet outside of school hours or school days and times.
That's amazing. The different programs just to help kids out that need it. I think the mentorship program is fantastic, and what Big Brothers and Big Sisters does for kids who, you need that extra little support from people who are, the age gap isn't huge. So it kind of relates a little bit better to the mentor and the person that they're assigned to. What is the impact that you've seen on the kids that have mentors and the process that it goes to just hanging out and spending time with them?
Yeah, and people think it has to be a formal thing that they're doing with them or instructing them. But just by spending that time with those kids and being that consistent person and them knowing that you're their person, it really impacts their self-confidence. It impacts just the opportunities that they're exposed to and willing to try. So they might be willing to try something with a big brother or big sister that they wouldn't try with their parent, right? Or have the opportunity to try. So it just opens up a whole new world for them. And again, just that support person. So if they've had a rough day, then they have somebody to talk to. So it has an impact on mental health. It can have an impact on physical health. Just all around, their all around general well-being is improved by having a mentor.
Yeah, and it's amazing to hear about it and to see it, even just something as simple as, hanging out at the park or, going for a walk, that could make a huge impact just for these kids. So if somebody wants to mentor, what is kind of the requirements to it and how can they get that ball rolling and that process starting to sign up as a mentor?
Right. So there is a process, and I guess the first and easiest step would be just to contact the office. So they can message our Facebook page, they can inquire on our website, or they can just give us a call. And then from there, we'll kind of figure out which program's the best fit for them for their time. And we'll get the process started that way. There's an application and a bit of a screening process, again, because you are going to be matched with people's children. But yeah, it's that first step is super easy. Just get in touch with us and we'll get you rolling.
And on the flip side, that if there's a child or there's a youth that wants a mentor and to join Big Brothers and Big Sisters, how can they do so and what kind of is that process like?
Again, it's just as easy as reaching out to us. The parent or guardian can get in touch with us and we can, figure out again which program's the best fit for them and get the process started there as well. We can meet virtually with them if they're from out of town or if they work. We can meet in person with them. So we're pretty flexible the way that, however works for everybody, getting them involved in the programs.
And is there anything else that you would like to add in regards to the mentorship program or Big Brothers and Big Sisters in general?
There's always a need for mentors. This month is National Mentoring Month. So Mentor Canada is helping us to spread the word to not just to recruit mentors, but also to share the impact. So throughout the month on our social media and on our website, you'll see some of that impact where we're sharing, what the impact is on the young people that have these matches. But as well, we right now have 26 kids waiting for a mentor in our community. So, and that number fluctuates as people learn about our services and we get kids matched. So that's probably our average, 26 every month. So anybody that, even if they think that they wouldn't be a good mentor, you just have to have the time, right? And want to have fun. You don't need any special skills. So, give us a call. You can make a big difference with just a small impact.
And that's awesome. Big Brothers and Big Sisters is such a valuable organization to any community. And I love that it's here in the border city for those kids and those mentors who do want to get involved. So thank you so much for joining me today. And hopefully by getting the word out, we can get Big Brothers and Big Sisters more mentors for this upcoming month and the months following.
Thanks.
Of course.